Okay, so it's really early in the morning because JP and Korea just did their sort of live streams. I know my face looks super crazy with this lighting on because I'm looking at pure white screens and I have a light on my face. But either way, they did release a dev notes and everything like that, small dev notes going over the fact that they are going to be doing the 2-year anniversary special and everything like that, but they didn't go over that banner specifically. I just wanted to touch on this a little bit because they say in commemoration of the 2-year anniversary, we are going to prepare a gacha that can acquire seasonal characters that have appeared in Grand Cross, such as Halloween and Valentine's. So in the promotional art that they've shown on the live stream so far, it has been Halloween Gother and Valentine's Day Derriere. And I think there was another character in it as well, but it seems like this is going to be a whole separate thing, sort of like tied to an event. You can see the 2nd anniversary seasonal all-star lotto can also be used as a gacha ticket that can be earned as a reward during the event. So I don't know if it's something that you're going to be spending gems on, or if it's something that they're just going to be giving away tickets for, or what the case is there. We'll just have to wait and see, because even on the live streams and stuff like that, there's obviously not a whole lot of information there as far as like for English speaking like players. Because obviously I can't translate any of that stuff. There might be some people who are already working on translations, but it's a little too early to tell. Really quickly, this is pretty interesting. In addition, the fever event that occurs when certain conditions are met will be configured to acquire SSR characters with a higher probability. So I don't know if this is going to be something specific to this special event banner or what is actually going on with that, but it seems like there might be some sort of way where you can get like maybe they're tweaking the pity system on this banner or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. It just seems like that might be the case with the way that this is worded. Other than that, they kind of show off that they are going to be finally bringing those the top 3 outfits that got voted on from the community made outfits for the OC characters and stuff like that. They're finally bringing those to the game, which is really cool. So the maid sort of Valenti with the cat or the bunny ears and everything like that, the really cool Awakened Lilia skin, and then the super cool Easton skin. I honestly thought, like when I seen this on Twitter, I thought it was like Awakened Easton was coming out or something like that, but no, this is the outfit that won from that sort of competition thing. So it's really cool that those are finally going to be coming out. I'm pretty excited about those, and from what I understand, I think they are giving them out for free, like you obtain them from the in-game events and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Other than that, obviously the big thing here is that they are releasing Purgatory Ban, which is super cool. I think they're going to show off the ultimate animation right here at the beginning. They're going to talk a little bit over it, but it is what it is. I honestly think he looks pretty sick though. Like so far, I'm very impressed with like the visuals and everything like that from him. I think he looks super good. So if we skim through a little bit here, you'll have to forgive me. Yeah, whenever they pull up the actual like game with him on it. Honestly, he looks really good. So this is him just in like the regular like character screen. He's got this really sick like red like whitish aura that just like resonates off of him, which I think is super cool. The biggest thing, obviously we don't have any of the skill translations or anything like that just yet, so I don't know what his skill effects do, but he obviously has an attack card, which is an AoE attack. It has some sort of effect on it, but obviously I don't know what that is just yet. You can kind of see it right here. Maybe something along the lines of 1 turn, 20%, and then 9% of something from the regular like attack itself. You can kind of see like he's going to use the animations and everything like that. Or well, he backed out, but he goes right back in if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I think I skipped the hold on 1 second. Yeah, I think I skipped the attack card animation. So this is the basic animation. He like swipes his hand across and it AoEs. And then he uses the gold card as well, which looks pretty sick just because he like, I don't know, the camera like follows behind him really menacingly. And then the buff card, people in chat were saying when I was streaming they were saying that the buffs on this almost look like Denzel's sort of like ultimate move thing, where maybe he can't die for a turn or something. It kind of looks like the corrosion symbol to me, but I think Denzel has something to where like he can't go below 1 HP for like X amount of turns or whatever after using his ultimate, and I think it's increasing his either defense related stats or something along the line of his defense, so that's pretty interesting as well. And then obviously we've already seen the ultimate animation from that very first clip, but he seems really interesting. They show off a little bit of PvP gameplay and stuff like that. Another interesting thing is when they show off his gear, they show off that they're using an HP crit damage set. So I'm assuming that has something to do with the way his passive or his skills are worded to make it seem like you maybe need a lot of additional HP and you want to crit when you attack with him. So that is really like off the wall kind of. I don't know that I've ever seen a character that you really want to run like HP and crit damage, but I think that's really interesting. Obviously I built a set a while back for just my regular Ban, hoping that I might be able to use it on Purgatory Ban whenever he comes out, but mine is just a regular attack defense set. I'll probably try to mess around with it on him and see how it works, but I would imagine if they're using an HP set, and even on the JP stream they showed that the recommended gear for him was HP and defense, so I don't know exactly what the thing with that is. I'm sure once we get the skill translation sometime later today, we'll probably figure out why they're running it like that, and it's probably going to be preferred. So they do show a little bit of PvP off a little bit. You can see right here, one of them is running, it's Ban, Arthur, and Escanor. This is the new Excalibur Arthur that we should be getting in about 2 weeks or so on Global, and then the other team is running Ban, Gother, and Elizabeth. And you can see right here on this first turn he uses a level 2 buff and a level 2 attack card, and watch how much damage this man does. So boom, he almost kills 2 of the units, and Ban is a little over half HP, plus he has his ult right out the gate. That's turn 1. They did show off a little bit more. I know that seems pretty extreme, but it seems like if you're not using Arthur, like this guy retaliates a little bit, or maybe it just depends on how much HP his unit has, and because he took a hit first he does less damage. I'm not really sure about that just yet, but this guy retaliates a little bit with 2 cards, and you can see right here he really doesn't do nearly as much damage. Like, I mean, maybe like a fifth, maybe a sixth of the HP on all of the heroes, so definitely a lot less than the first guy did. But obviously he didn't use quite as big of cards. He uses the ult right here, and it pretty much just completely destroys the team. You can see it's 1,400,000 damage as an AoE ult, so that's pretty insane. Just crazy damage from him. I'm assuming it's basically just because they're running the Excalibur Arthur. He's a lot tankier with Arthur. He does more damage with Arthur because he's a human. So that is really interesting. They do a little bit more PvP and stuff. But honestly, I think he looks really good. Like, he looks really interesting. They do show off his outfits a little bit. I think I might have already skipped that, but I'm really liking his outfits. His outfits look super cool. If I can find where they show them off a little bit right here. Yeah, so right around here. So this is the first outfit. He's got this sort of like Japanese style, like almost samurai-esque, like swords on the back and everything like that. This outfit is definitely my favorite out of all of them. I'm sure it will be for a lot of people. But I don't hate any of his costumes. Like, this one is a little bit like crazy. Like, it's got like some interesting like color schemes and stuff with the socks and like the bright collar, or the bright like sleeves and everything like that rolled up on the shirt, and like the bow tie. But I mean, honestly, it's not bad. I think this is his either his SSR outfit or the UR outfit for the base like unit himself. And honestly, I don't hate it. Like, I like the way that the pants have like this whole like asymmetrical thing going on with them. The coat is really sick. I just think all together, like with that aura resonating off of him, is so crazy. Like, it looks so good. And then the last costume is like this almost like gladiator style, like big like pauldron looking thing. Just so good. I like his cosmetics a lot. I think they're super sick. But other than that, they really didn't go over too much else. These live streams are always really weird to sit through because obviously, like as a person who doesn't speak any Korean or Japanese, they basically just talk about a whole bunch of stuff and like they go over the events and everything like that. But you really just you don't know what they're talking about. You just kind of go off of the key visuals and stuff. In the JP live stream a little bit earlier, they did show off who won the vote for them, but I don't really think it's all that important for us because I'm sure that some of the characters that we vote for will be different if we even get to vote, because this isn't going to be technically our 2-year anniversary, but I would imagine that they're going to do somewhat of the same sort of banner and everything like that. But this is a festival, so Purgatory Ban and the one Escanor are going to be the guaranteed units that you could choose from at the 900 mark. It is a 4% SSR rate, and it does look like everybody's going to be a 0.25% chance, unfortunately. At least I would imagine Bon and the other festival units are going to be. So that's a little bit disappointing that they're not bringing that up at all. But I guess it's pretty much to be expected at this point. But honestly, I think it's very, very cool. I think that this banner is probably going to end up becoming a must summon. I think he is a really interesting character. We'll have to wait for the translations and stuff like that and maybe see what the Japanese and Korean players do with the character before we actually make a big judgment on whether or not he's actually like really, really good or not. But the fact that Escanor is on the banner is obviously really good. This will be the first festival banner that he's returning on. So if you've missed out on Escanor, this is obviously your chance to go to the 900 mark to get a guaranteed version of him, or luckily you can, or hopefully you can try to pull one early in the banner and everything like that. Just a side note, I think it's really funny that this account that they're using has 99,000 gems on it. Like, that's hilarious. They did show off like a couple of various things. It looks like this is the fever thing that they were talking about, where you meet certain requirements and you can get something out of it. I don't know exactly what the deal with that is. We'll have to wait for like better translations and everything like that, because you can see fever. And then this banner basically has all of the seasonal units. You can see like Oslo and Hawker on here, the New Year's units, the Valentine's Day units, the Christmas units, like all of them are in this basically. So that should be a really interesting time. Looks like maybe it's an SSR rate of 5%. If you do a multi, maybe, I'm not sure exactly, because obviously basically the only thing I can go off of is the the numbers. But yeah, they've shown off quite a bit of stuff. Obviously, they're doing some packs and stuff like that. It looks like these tickets are the ones that you're going to use for the like the seasonal characters and everything like that. Like that banner has its own tickets and everything like that. It looks like this bundle right here, you get 10 tickets for the seasonal banner, 10 tickets for the Purgatory Bond banner, and then a guaranteed SSR ticket for the Bond banner as well, which is really interesting. I wonder if it's just going to be the two, like I wonder who all is going to be on that banner, I guess, because I would imagine it's just any SSR from the banner itself, which it looks like there's a lot of SSRs in it, so maybe that might not be the best value. Like, you're probably going to get screwed if you buy that, but I guess it is what it is. You really can't do a whole lot about it. They did just recently, I've already stopped watching at this point, but they went over some of the, looks like they did some gameplay and stuff like that on the JP version with the characters and everything, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that is basically it. They've shown off the character and everything like that. I'm pretty impressed with how he looks as far as like visuals and stuff goes, like I said, but I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I think he's going to be really interesting. Hopefully, whenever he actually comes out live on the game and people have a little bit of a chance to come up with interesting team comps with him, and we can get sort of an actual breakdown of how he works and what his skills do and stuff like that, we can determine whether or not he's going to be actually like worth going for, or if you're basically just going to be summoning for Escanor on the banner. So I think he looks impressive though so far. That damage from the initial PvP video that they showed on the Korean version of the game maybe was just like, you know, the right setup sort of moves and everything like that to get that sort of like big crazy damage, but it looked impressive. So hopefully we can see some of that in the future. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I will see you guys in the next one. See you then.